Well, the Orioles had much the better of it tonight in the first 3 innings. Sidney Ponson started for Baltimore, and he shut down the A's for the first 3 innings, even though they had one big threat. Mulder, meantime, after starting with a 1-2-3 first, had his 2 rough innings in the second and third, and after that, the Orioles could do nothing with him the remaining 5 innings he was on the mound. In that A's half of the second, they had a base runner. They also had a runner in the first, but Ponson kept them from making anything out of it. Tejada doubled off the glove of shortstop Marco Scutaro to start the second inning. It was a sizzling liner. Scutaro leaped, but kind of misdirected his glove, and it went on into left field. Palmeiro hit a bullet line drive. Hatterberg made a great backhand stab and robbed him. And then B.J. Surhoff, the veteran, was at the plate, and he's a tough guy, even against the left-hander. Back to Belt. The pitch on the way. Line drive, center field, base hit. Tejada will round third. Kotsay comes up throwing. There'll be a close play. A slide. He is in safely. Baltimore leads 1-0, and down to second on the throw goes Surhoff, who gets the RBI, his 28th of the year. Tejada slid to the outside of the plate, caught the plate with his left hand. As Miller waited for the throw, it wasn't quite as close as I thought it might be when the throw was launched. And that run was really a Tejada hustle run in the sense that when that ball went off Scutaro's glove in the left field, Tejada really busted and slid head first into second to make a double out of it. Then Darnell McDonald got a little infield hit, putting runners at first and third, and Gibbons hit a high chop off the plate. He was thrown out by McLemore, but it allowed Surhoff to score the second run, and Mulder and company were down by a score of 2-0. Looked like they might get it back in the third when, with 2 out, Kotsay doubled. McLemore had an infield hit, putting runners at first and third, and Chavez walked to load the bases, but Ponson got Dye to ground out to short, and that threat died. More trouble for Mulder and company in the third inning of the ball game as Roberts opened the inning with a single, was sacrificed to second, and wound up at third on a wild pitch as Mora was batting. Mora drew a base on balls, and once again Tejada was the hitter.
Here's the 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball bounced to the hole. Chavez has the ball hit off his glove, and the ball caroms into short left field. And so Roberts scores, and Mora goes to third, and the Orioles take a 3-0 lead. Tejada safe at first with a single. Chavez going to his left in the hole, and the ball ticked off the edge of his glove and caromed into left field. And the Orioles are finding all kinds of ways to get hits so far.
It left Mora at third base with 1 out. Palmeiro grounded to Hatterberg at first. He stepped on the bag, threw to second for the tag play. That ended the inning, but of course it was not the conventional double play, force out at second and on to first. And Mora crossed the plate before the tag was applied for the final out of the inning. The run counted, and the A's found themselves with a 4-0 deficit. Ponson, though, didn't help his cause. When the A's came up in the fourth, the first batter he faced drew a walk. That was Hatterberg. And it wasn't long before the sting of Rubio Durazo bit Ponson.
Here it's 4-0 Baltimore. The count 2-2 now to Durazo. And Ponson's pitch is on the way, and it's ripped into right field. Gibbons going back at the track, looking up, and it is gone. And the A's are on the board. A Rubio Durazo with a 2-run shot to right field, and it's 4-2 Baltimore. And that's your A's replay.
Now, of course, could Mulder kind of get things back on an even keel, shut down the Orioles, and keep that ground that had been gained? Well, he did. 2 ground ball outs and a fly ball out in a 6-pitch inning in the fourth. And that started his superb run, facing the minimum of 15 over the next 5 innings, allowing just 1 hit, 2 walks, getting a pickoff, and 2 double plays in the process. Meantime, the A's in the 5th inning got a Chavez double with 2 out, but Ponson shut down that frame by striking out Dye. In the 6th, it was Hatterberg opening the inning again, and this time he did so by reaching with a single to right field, giving Durazo another opportunity. Ponson with a pitch. Swung on a high floating drive to right field, and that one is headed toward the warehouse. Gone. Durazo with a booming home run out toward Utah Street. And this is a tie ball game. The Orioles 4, Durazo 4. His second homer tonight, 4 RBIs, number 17 of the year, and 63 batted in.
Ponzon threw him a breaking pitch his last at bat. This time, first pitch fastball supposed to be inside. Belt high, tailing away, and he crushed it. Wow. No doubt about it.
Later in the inning, with a man on and 2 out, Kotsay hit a booming drive to right field, but it drifted foul. That was longer than any of the Durazo home runs tonight. Eventually, he got a base hit, but McLemore struck out to end the threat, and we continue with a 4-4 game. B.J. Ryan set down the A's quickly in the 7th inning. Mulder, meantime, was taking care of business as detailed, and when the A's came up in the 8th, we still had a 4-4 ball game, and then ensued a Durazo leadoff at bat that went 10 pitches, a 3-2 count.
This is quite a challenge right now for Durazo. B.J. Ryan, where's number 52? Durazo, a spread stance, slightly open, and Ryan comes set. Here it is, and it's swung on and driven to center. McDonald going back into left center field, and it is gone into the bullpen. Durazo hits it out to left center field into the Orioles bullpen. Have a night, Rubio. 5-4 Athletic.
Hey, Ken, you can see in the at-bat, 10th pitch, a fastball away, and he just something about the at-bat, fouling off the fastball, fouling off the sliders, asking for time to get set, and he got a fastball low and away, and he crushed it, just like he crushed the other 2.
A 3-homer night for Durazo, and the A's have taken a 5-4 lead.
His second career 3-homer game. The other came as a Diamondback on the 17th of May in 2002. The last A's hitter to go 3 homers in a game, Miguel Tejada, on June 30th of 2001. Still, there was a matter. The Orioles had 6 outs to use. Mulder took care of business, 1-2-3 in the 8th inning, and at that point reached 91 pitches, had 18 ground ball outs. And when the Orioles came up in the bottom of the 9th, it was still a 5-4 ball game, and Octavio Dotel on the mound. The A's closer got Mora looking at a third strike. This was the heart of the order. Tejada grounded to short, and then Palmeiro fought off pitch after pitch trying to stay alive. Now it's 2-2 again. He struck him out, a swing and a miss. Palmeiro is gone, the O's are gone, and the A's have swept Baltimore at Camden Yards. And so the long stretch of 34 games in 35 days is over. Mark Mulder is the 16-game winner he's been striving to be, and the A's are 21-13 in those 34 games as they head for an off day tomorrow in Florida, and then a series in St. Petersburg Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with the Devil Rays. Final score, the A's 5 and the Orioles 4.